So just making this really quick video, I had my first Tesla service and actually had a really good experience. I'm about 2 hours away from the nearest, I don't know, Tesla pickup place. I don't know how they work that. I know it was really easy. Got on the mobile app, selected service, selected everything that was wrong with the car. You're allowed to put as many different issues as you want onto the mobile app, and it hits send, and then eventually some service rep gets a hold of you and says, hey, here's what's going to happen. And I figured I'd be going back to their service station, wherever that may be, maybe in Chicago, I'm not sure. But no, actually it came to my house. He came out in a modded Model X, completely gutted. It was a complete workstation. It was kind of cool. So anyways, like I said, I had a really good experience. So I had two issues after some time with my car. Head to the back here. My very first issue that I noticed was check your charge port door, make sure it's nice and flush. Mine is now, but it wasn't. So eventually when we were on our trip, that always opens it. Now it's not going to. But it would start, power cycling, open and close, and it never was flush. It was always kind of popped out just a tiny bit. I never got any information on the screen showing me that, hey, your charge port door is open, but I could visually see it. And now that I have it open, I would come and I'd look at this top corner right here underneath this arm, and it was kind of popped up a little bit. So the service guy came out. We went over all the concerns. This was my very first concern. He just went, okay, it's a very common issue. He's like, they put plastic clips in here, I guess, and they're replaceable even. So he said it happens a lot. He gets called out a lot for these, for breaking. Well, mine was broke from the factory. I just didn't know. So within, I think that took him about 10 minutes or 15 minutes to fix, popped the trunk, took everything out from the inside, popped all this out. He replaced all of this. So actually it was crazy because I did have scratches on this from the factory, and he put a brand new one in there and there's 0 scratches on it now, which again, the scratches didn't bother me because no one could see it anyways. But now that it's brand new, the scratches kind of bothered me. So yeah, that was covered. Obviously it's under bumper to bumper, so that was completely fixed. My last issue was this back rear door. See, now you can just, and it shuts. I mean, I just barely pushed and it shut. Before, you'd have to give it a lot of force, and all the other doors were light. It would still shut, but it just took some more force. The guy actually came out and he adjusted it within minutes, and you can like just push it with your one finger and it shuts. So like I said, that was all great. He also was very thorough. He went through all the other issues that these cars possibly have that he says he deals with all the time. And he was checking something to do with the frunk and make sure the trunk, that he checked all the, he said he gets panel gap complaints all the time. He checked all my panel gaps, and luckily I had 0. So yeah, he just went through everything on the car. Tire pressure, the depth, just very thorough. He completely inspected the car with all the common issues, and everything was great. He packed up and left. I think the whole service took about 20 minutes. I didn't even have to leave the house. And that's very nice. Now I got to say the last thing was kind of annoying was on the mobile app, I had to argue with the guy because they were going to charge me. I think their hourly rate is like $200 and something per hour, and they were charging me for an hour rate, which I had to argue. This car has 5,000 miles on it. It's bumper to bumper. I'm not paying for anything. And then eventually the guy got back to me and said, we waived all the fees, which, duh, you were going to waive the fees. You're not charging me for a car that's under bumper to bumper. So check that out. Don't just pay it, question it. If you don't know about your factory warranty, just ask somebody. Get online, Google it. I'm sure it's somewhere in your glove box. In your car manual. Yeah, just check out your basic warranty and everything and make sure, because yeah, they tried charging me a full hour for this. But it was weird. They waived everything else, though. They waived all the parts. All the parts came up to zero, but they were going to charge me for labor. So anyways, if you're questioning it, question it to them, because they were going to make me pay it. So, but anyways, that got all solved. Other than that, yeah, no issues with the car so far. Besides the phantom braking is still horrible. I know I've griped about that in all the other Tesla videos I made, but I don't care. It's awful. It's make it so you can't use autopilot. And again, if you're anywhere near a hill, don't use autopilot with my car, at least, because you will be smacking the windshield or the steering wheel. And I also talked to the guy about the automatic high beams, because mine suck. Mine are I can't even lie and say, yeah, these are great. Well, they're incredibly bright. I'll give them that. But it's too big of an issue when the automatic high beams does not know when to come on. So mine wait until you're near a vehicle to turn on the high beams, and then once the vehicle pass, it turns off. It's like it needs to be calibrated. He said they don't do that. It is what it is. That's up to the engineers. Well, I don't know if anybody else having that same problem, throw a comment down there. But yeah, we drove 12 states and I forgot how many days, and we had to use manual brights the entire time. My 2012 out there, flawless. Our Jeep is flawless. I never have to adjust anything. But the Tesla, on the other hand, you can't use the automatic brights. And this car is supposed to be intelligent, but it can't beat my 2012 out there, my Suzuki. So anyways, like I said, that's my gripes. I'll end this video with that. Love the car. Great Tesla service. Hope you guys like this video. Just keep in mind, when you pick up your car, search the car. Look at everything on the car. Go on YouTube, see if you can find somebody making a checklist or something, all the things that they've had wrong with theirs, and double check it before you leave. It would just make your life a lot easier. If I knew about the charging door, I would have said something right then and there. It had been fixed, because you pick it up at a service center. So it's like they could just pop it in and fix it for you. And just like my missing USB drive in my glove box, I didn't know to look for that, but now I do, and now you do, because you heard me gripe about it. Thanks for watching.